Hello and welcome. Now in this video we are going to create an audio note and we're going to save it and archive it in Evernote. And in order to do that on the desktop app, what we're going to do first is we're going to click New Note. And then once we have the note open, we're going to give that note a title. And then once we do that, we're going to look to the toolbar and then we're going to click this link that says Record Audio. And then what we're going to do, and you'll see that this audio is actually recording, and you can see the meter as it records speech. And we're going to go ahead and click the record button. And what's going to happen is that Evernote is going to actually record the audio as speech is heard in this particular case. And then once the audio has been completed, all you'll need to do then is hit the Save button. You'll then have a WAV file inside of Evernote. Now, one thing that you're going to want to be aware of is that these audio notes as WAV files are going to be fairly large. And what will govern whether or not these audio notes sync properly to Evernote is that they do not exceed your limit. So in some cases, the limit is 25 meg. In other cases, the limit is 200 meg. Again, it really depends on what level you've purchased. You can also do the same thing using your mobile device. And so what you'll need to do is to click this green button. And then you'll want to give your document a title. Then once you do that, you're going to click that plus button. And then you're going to click Record Audio. Evernote is then going to want to use the microphone. And then you will be able to dictate into your mobile device just as if you were dictating into your PC or just as we did prior to this. Once you have completed your audio note, you will then click Done. You'll then have a similar file inside of Evernote for you to be able to use and notate and categorize. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. You are now looking at the desktop application of Evernote. And the strength of Evernote is your ability to take notes on just about anything and to categorize it properly. So when you click New Note, you are going to notice that you are going to have a traditional word processing interface, which means that you will be able to digital notes and include just about anything. So for example, we might have this text and we're just going to copy and paste some text in here. If there's something else that is part of the thought on what you've posted, you can actually upload and attach a file. And Evernote reminds you that when you upload an Office document, in particular one from Microsoft, that document's going to be searchable inside of Evernote. So we're going to go ahead and click OK because we just uploaded a PowerPoint presentation. And so that can be associated with all of the data that you have just entered. You can upload an image. That image, if it's part of the thought that you are trying to communicate or that you're trying to archive. Now, any additional aspect of our upload, we can actually right-click the actual document and we can annotate the image. So in this particular case, we can add information to the image and we can further give it some clarity so that again, when we are looking to search for this image or we're doing a search later on, we will have archived information that will help us. And of course, we can save our annotation. The key is that once we have archived this information, it's going to be searchable and it's going to be synced across our devices. We can also add to the document with written notes. So if we capture it with an image, we can take our photo and we can have this added to the document. When we save it as a document, that means then that this content is actually going to be searchable. We'll click Save, and now this document is now part of our note. So again, this gives us added flexibility of being able to add to something and to continue to keep all of the thoughts in one place and to be able to archive it appropriately. Now, in another video in this series, we are actually going to show you how to categorize and how to notate so that you'll be able to find things easy. However, one of the things you want to be aware of is that with Evernote, you will be able to find information according to the words that you have placed in here, whether or not they're from images or from the actual text. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Welcome back. Now in this video, we are going to integrate our calendar in our platform with Evernote. Now we're going to go through 3 popular calendar integrations: Google, iCal, and Outlook, which covers most, if not all, digital calendar users. Now, in order to integrate Google with Evernote, what you'll need to do is you'll need to write in the phrase into Google, integrate calendar with Evernote. You'll find a specific search result inside of the IFT website, and it will say connect Google Calendar to Evernote. When you find that search result, you're going to click it. Now, there are several connections between your Google Calendar and Evernote. What you'll do is you'll scroll through the different integrations and you'll choose the one that helps you best. And once you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to click the recipe. And when you get the recipe, what you're going to do is you're going to click turn on. And then IFT is going to ask for permission to access your Google Calendar. You'll click OK. IFT will say it wants to manage your calendar. You're going to click allow. And depending on the particular recipe, you will then be brought to a configuration screen. And what you'll need to do is you'll need to set up your parameters for the recipe. And in some cases, IFT will give you the opportunity to do what it calls add an ingredient. And so if you look at the actual description of the ingredient, you can actually add in the new ingredient to the recipe. And you'll see the addition being made. You can add in another ingredient here. And this will happen from time to time within recipes. Once you have added all the ingredients and you have configured your recipe, you can then click Save. What you'll want to do at that point is you'll want to make sure that the applet runs, and you can do that by clicking Check Now. IFT will say you that the applet has been checked, and now your application is ready to run inside of both Google Calendar and Evernote. So the key will be understanding which of the recipes you want to actually work with your Evernote categorization system. You'll then set up and then configure the recipe. Now, in order to connect to iCal, what you're going to do is you're going to click your mail icon if you are in Apple. And you can do a similar exercise if you are in Android. You want to look to your mail application. And what you're going to do is you're going to either choose both Google, which integrates into Evernote in the way that we just showed you, or you're going to choose Outlook. What will happen then is that the calendar will sync based on that third-party connection. So once again, you can choose either Outlook or Google to sync with Evernote, and then sync either Google or Outlook with your mail system so that iCal calendar will reflect what's in Evernote. Now, to integrate your Outlook calendar, what you're actually going to do is you're going to do this from the Microsoft side, and you're going to do this through the Microsoft Office store. Now, once you arrive at the page, you are going to see that there are certain products within the Outlook family that are going to be supported. And if that is one of yours, then what you're going to do is you're going to then click Get It Now. And once you've done that, then your integration will be complete between Evernote and Microsoft Outlook's calendar. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video. Hello and welcome. Now, in this video, we are going to be discussing scanning documents into Evernote. Now, you may from time to time come across a situation where you are with your mobile device and you need to scan something, and you need to make sure that you archive it properly. Evernote has an application that we can actually download to our mobile device to make the scanner work along with your Evernote application. And so you're going to go to your App Store and you're going to type in Evernote Scannable, and then you're going to get the application. Now, once the application has been installed, you can then open the application. The application is going to ask you if it can access the camera, and you're going to say OK. You will then sign in with your Evernote account. Now, once you have your application open, you will then find your document, the one that you are going to want to use. You're going to then want to hold your camera over that document so that it is captured. Once you have the document, then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to save the document. And then you'll get a note saying that notifications allow Scannable to alert you if there are going to be issues saving this scan. We're then going to click OK. And then we're going to continue. Now we do then want to allow Scannable to send us notifications. Now our document has been saved to our inbox inside of Evernote. So then we can then click Done. Our document is then inside of Evernote. We can then annotate it. Now if you attempt to change the document's information inside of the web app, you will not be able to. You will need to go to the desktop application. And it's here that we can actually change the name of our document. We can add in tags here also. So basically what we're able to do is we're able to take anything that we scan, we're able to annotate it, and then we're able to categorize it into a notebook where we want it to be. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.